Hey, welcome back. We're the Kanpai guys. We Kanpai, so you don't have to.
Unless you want to.
Today we are reviewing the award-winning Suntory Hakushu single malt whiskey. So David, I'm sure you've tried this one before.
I think I've had it in a bar
Really?
before.
Yeah.
I've never bought it, I think. But it's quite pricey, right? So it's on the not upper end, but higher end of Suntory whiskies.
I would say the most well-known single malt whiskeys from Suntory would be the Yamazaki, and then next would be the Hakushu.
Definitely had the Yamazaki a few times.
Yeah.
Also in bars too, like whiskey bars.
Yeah, one of my all-time favorites, for sure.
Yeah.
In the past, I would buy it pretty often. A couple times a year, I would buy it. Even when I lived in America, I occasionally picked it up at the local liquor shop. Obviously, it was a little bit more pricier than what it would be here in Japan. Even from that time, I really enjoyed the Yamazaki and even the Hakushu as well. I bought it a few times. David, what do you remember about the Hakushu when you tried it?
Kind of had like a very kind of clean taste.
Yeah.
I remember having that. Quite easy to drink.
Yeah. Did you drink it neat?
I probably had it in a highball.
Oh, okay. All right.
In a highball, certainly on the rocks. Probably definitely not neat.
Okay. Well, today we'll be trying out the Hakushu, neat and on the rocks. All right. So a little bit of history about the Hakushu from the Hakushu distillery in Yamanashi Prefecture in Japan. It's kind of on the base of the Japanese Southern Alps. So the Hakushu distillery is also known as the Mountain Forest Distillery. And I guess what they're going for with this one is like a very clean and fresh taste. Comparing to the Yamazaki, many people say it has more of a smoky or peaty flavor to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yamazaki is not very smoky at all.
So this is going to be a little bit harder to drink, like a Scotch.
That seems to be the general consensus. So
Okay.
I guess we'll find out.
Do they recommend this neat or on the rocks, or how does Suntory recommend we drink it?
That I'm not sure. I would assume either neat or on the rocks is the most common. So a little bit more about the Hakushu. It is 43% alcohol by volume, or
It's pretty strong.
what is that? 86 proof. It dates back to 1973 at the Hakushu distillery.
In Yamanashi?
Yes, Yamanashi Prefecture.
Yamanashi Prefecture, yeah.
Yeah. The Hakushu distillery came after the Yamazaki distillery, which was Suntory's first. Alright, so I thought we could try neat first and then move on to
Okay.
Hakushu on the rocks.
Just out of interest, this one we're trying in a kind of a small bottle. So, like, how much would this like very small bottle run you?
This bottle cost me about, I believe, 1,600 yen. In the past, a full bottle would cost about 4,000 or 5,000 yen. I guess from a few years ago, Suntory had issues with availability of some of their more popular single malts. The Yamazaki and the Hakushu both were very hard to come by for a while. Basically, they pretty much ran out. Like, it became popular at such a pace that they couldn't keep up with.
So
Yeah.
they started rationing in it, maybe?
Yeah, like there's kind of like a highball boom in Japan. They're not selling a lot of the aged single malts, no, like the 12 year or the 18 year or 24 year, but they are selling more regularly these non-age single malts.
Okay, so we've poured it out neat. Just a little bit, just we're tasting it today.
Let's check out the nose first.
Yeah. Let's see what we get and then see what other people think.
It definitely has that single malt nose to it. It's very similar to the Yamazaki, I feel. The nose is not too harsh. It's got kind of a sweetness to it. But it's not like the Koku sweetness.
No, nothing like that. Some kind of flowery smell.
Yeah, I can pick up on that too. Like a kind of foresty smell. So according to an online review that we've referenced, the nose has some strong peppermint, light floral and watermelon notes with the slightest hint of fennel.
I don't sniff fennel very often, so I don't know how to compare it to fennel.
What is fennel? I don't know fennel.
It's a herb, and it has a very pepperminty, minty kind of herbal smell.
Okay, I see. Okay. When it's pointed out to you, it's much easier to...
It is. Yeah.
What's your overall take on the nose? Pleasant?
Pleasant, yeah.
No.
I don't find the alcohol overwhelming.
Me neither. To me, it smells...
woody, herby, flowery.
It smells premium.
Yeah, it does, yeah. It smells like on a different level to any like the budget whiskies we tried before.
Come back.
Come on.
Okay, my first reaction is the palate is much different than the Yamazaki. I had Yamazaki the other day, so I can still kind of compare pretty well.
I feel a little vanilla, does.
I'm getting the pepperminty vibe on the palate.
Do you get like any citrus taste at all?
Like an orange peel, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you getting any smokiness?
At the end. More as an aftertaste.
Okay.
An initial taste.
Like around the finish?
Yep.
Initially I get a kind of a mintiness, but then it turns more into like an orange peel kind of taste. Yeah, personally I don't get vanilla.
I also feel something like cloves or something like that.
Yeah. I can pick up on that too.
What's interesting about this whiskey is that I find the palate is quite different to the nose.
I think so too.
Like you're smelling it and then it hits your lips and it's completely different.
Yeah, like I was saying, on the nose it reminded me of Yamazaki, but the palate is very different. It is a very fresh tasting single malt. Shall we try on the rocks? Alright, so next we have Hakushu on the rocks. What are you expecting for this one?
I think it might change the flavour profile a little, so it might make it more refreshing. It might kind of drop a few of the stronger notes of it. How about you?
I'm expecting the temperature change to also change the palate on it.
Probably not the nose, but the palate.
Actually, the nose too. The nose has changed. Almost like a milk chocolate. It smells really good. I think I prefer the nose on the rocks, to be honest.
I do too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Not close. Yeah.
Okay, so our online review, let's see what it has to say about the nose. Okay, they say that the ice brings out more floral notes with a light burst of matcha.
Matcha? Green tea?
I'm not getting that at all. I am getting like a sweet, chocolatey smell.
You know what? The more it's in the ice, it's still changing. So it smells different than it did 30 seconds ago.
That would make sense.
It's evolving, it's changing.
As the ice melts, the composition also changes, right?
So it's getting more like a candy smell now.
It's very, very pleasant.
I would put it closer to like Japanese sweets than matcha.
Yeah, I don't agree with the matcha description. It smells like a delicious treat.
It smells a little like mitarashi. Mitarashi dango.
Okay. Interesting.
Soy sauce caramel.
Yeah, the caramel.
If you don't know what that is, that's soy sauce based caramel. A dessert. Come back.
Very different. Ooh, it got smoky.
Smoky?
Yeah. Yeah, the finish especially. The finish is much more smoky on the rocks. Our online review says the palate is clear mint and pear with a slightly creamy flavor.
Creamy? Interesting. Yeah, I guess I can see pear or like peach or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I can pick up on the pear.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yum.
On the palate.
It's nice in the rocks.
Yeah. In the finish, the strongest factor for the finish is definitely the smokiness.
Mm.
Yeah.
For me, and the sweetness too.
Yeah.
I think I prefer this on the rocks. Than it.
You know what? Me too.
Yeah.
Typically, I don't like really smoky whiskeys. I don't know. There's just something really unique about it.
It's unique, but it's very pleasant, and it tastes like high end. So, like we did the cheap whiskies before a few videos ago, and we did the Suntory Red, and there was something unique about that. This is like that, but good. Like well made,
Right.
good quality.
Yeah. Like it changes, but
It's always changing.
it tastes like the changes are very, very intentional.
Yeah.
Whereas with cheaper whiskeys, if the palate or the finish changes, it doesn't always necessarily seem intentional. Maybe just
So they stumbled on some accidental weird flavor or something.
Yeah. It's very smooth going down.
Super smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see myself just sitting around drinking like glasses of this.
I know. Okay, David, final thoughts on the Suntory Hakushu single malt.
Neat. I would go with 6 Kanpais.
6. Okay.
I like it, but I think it's way better on the rocks. So,
Okay. Yeah.
how about you? And also I'm factoring price as well. So.
Oh, right, yeah. I would go 7.
7 Kanpais.
Yeah, 7 Kanpais for neat on the rocks.
I'm torn between 8 and 9.
Me too. I really want to say 8.5.
Me too. Yeah, yeah, I got 9 on the rocks.
9? Okay, 9 on the rocks.
I like it a lot. Yeah, I'd buy it and drink it just on the rocks.
Me too, 9.
No?
No.
No. Cool. It's easy to drink, but it also has a lot of interesting flavours and complexity, and I like how it changes. And as we mentioned, it seems like intentional.
Yeah.
Like they made it that way, so it's quite a clever whiskey, I think.
Yes. And this whiskey has a long history, and it's won awards internationally. It's very well respected. If you can find a bottle, I would say definitely pick it up. For a standard size, David, what is the max you would pay? I want to say like $40 would be a fair price.
I think between 4,000 and 5,000 yen would be fair.
Yeah. I checked on Amazon today, and the standard size bottle is going for like 2만 yen. Or that's about $200.
Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't pay that.
Yeah, so...
And I like it a lot. So.
Again, it's a little hard to come by right now. All I can say is I really miss the days where Suntory's single malts were much more widely available. I've heard that recently this non-aged version is stocked at convenience stores about once per month. So basically when it comes in, people buy it, and then it's basically sold out until whenever the next shipment comes.
It's like the popping beer we drank in the premiere episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And this isn't even the good stuff. This is just the, like the baseline Hakushu. Alright guys,
Okay.
thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, leave a comment, subscribe. And once again, we're the Kanpai guys.
See you in the next video.
See ya.